HOG5. It isn't just a console, it's an ecosystem. It's the marriage of operating system and hardware, which are two separate entities working in concert with each other to meet the lighting control needs of today and to leave room for the iterative future. It is an operating system. It's the HOG5 OS, which is brand new, that has all of the features that you recognize if you've programmed on a HOG before, with a reskin or a graphical update that brings it into a modern look and feel. But on top of that, it is backwards compatible with existing legacy hardware and with existing current hardware, thinking in terms of the HPU as current hardware and legacy hardware as the HOG4 series of consoles. And then on top of that, it brings into the family the HOG5 series of hardware, where obviously a lot of good thought has gone into it. I really feel like this console could go to war with me. It could come with me into the deepest of locations, surrounded with muck and you never know what you're gonna run into. And I feel like this console is a console that would be exactly what I would need in the field. Tuesday, I need a console that can do 1200 universes. And then on Wednesday, I need a console that can do 2 universes. And I need something that can adapt to what I need it to. And within the new HOG ecosystem, ushered in with HOG5, I can pick the hardware that is most appropriate for where I need it and still within my inventory be able to keep it all in the same family, the same ecosystem, running the same show files, running the same fixtures that I've spent years building, running the same interface. It's all tied together with that single HOG OS operating system. Speaking to the HOG5 hardware, this week I've had the privilege of working with the Stage HOG and the Gig HOG provided to Lightscape from ETC High End. They are both premium pieces of hardware that a lot of thought has gone into them. And one thing that stands out a lot to me especially with the Stage HOG, is that the premium feel of it goes into little thoughts like not all of the keys on the control surface have the same clicky buttons to them. The number pads has softer clicks, which, that would make sense for when you're programming. If you're in the middle of a take and you have to adjust a level really quickly, you don't want that to be super loud and clicky. But the go button and the bump buttons and the command buttons all have a much more tactile, clickier feel to it, which you would want if those are executors. Another feature that HOG has implemented in the HOG5 hardware is across the entire line, all faders are motorized, and all faders have RGB pipe-lit lighting on them that coincides with the label of whatever you've put onto the fader. If it's a cue list that you've color-coded green, that fader is now green. If it's a inhibitive submaster that you've color-coded orange, it'll be orange, etc. And that gives us, as a programmer, just a way of having information without having to interrogate the console deeper to figure out what that information is. When you're looking at the Stage HOG, when you're looking at a Tour HOG, you see these big, giant letterbox displays, the dashboard displays. These are fixed displays that are not console monitor displays, but they are instead utility touchscreens that provide a level of customization and interface with the things that you need at your fingertips. The programmer display allows you to bring up group directories, any directory you need, plus it also gives you color pickers and gives you a really intuitive and innovative way to interact with the information that you need at your fingertips right there. And then the playback dashboard, which is the second one on the left, gives you all information on what's going on your fader pages, and it provides you a different way that if you are to be busking, you can busk directly from your cue list in the playback dashboard, and you have direct access to all the fader options within this window without having to drill into a further window and take your hands away from the console and out of the programming you're doing, so you can do it all more seamlessly, more efficiently, and more quickly, which, at the end of the day, as a programmer in film, your speed is more important than really just about anything else. One of the things that has me super excited about bringing the HOG 5 to set and working with it in a movie environment, I'm thinking about experiences like when I was working on Superman. We were about 60% stage work and 40% location work. We spent 6 weeks of the movie running around downtown Cleveland, and these were not rigs where you would bring a full-size desk to, but we had some in Cleveland. And then we also had huge stage work where, you know, the entire Fortress of Solitude, the entire Daily Planet. And I'm thinking about those particular sets because I would trust this hardware, and I'm very excited to get this hardware on set to use. HOG is a brand that has proven to me to be both dependable and flexible and quick as a programmer. It is a really outstanding platform for us to move towards the future. This is an instrument that is for professionals, designed by professionals, for professionals, in a professional setting. If you've got time in the next few weeks, I highly recommend you come down to Lightscape and check out the demos that they have available. They are really, the guys here will give you a wonderful hands-on experience. You can have time with the desk itself. If you're on the fence, or if you're new to programming, if you haven't worked with a HOG, or if you've been working with a HOG and you're not sure if you need to upgrade, come and test it out. It is everything we've wanted the HOG to be now, and it's excellent. I'm very excited about the release.